Okay, so I'm going to put there's going to be a lot of people in this story, so I'm going to preface this with I'm either not going to say any names or the names you hear made up. So people listening to this who are those people I'm talking about, you're going to know immediately that it's you, but I'm just going to use a different name, just because it's on air or whatever. My friends and my family have heard me tell this story many times because I'm so into it. Like it was such an important experience in my life, and it was such a beautiful moment for me. I shared it a lot, and because of what I did to get there, like a lot of people talked about it in my family group, like, oh, you did this to get there. So no one's really heard me tell the full story, I guess. So I guess I'll tell it. Like, do you mind if I go for like a 20-minute?
I don't know. We can figure out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out later.
Just go for it.
Okay, so all right, around August time of my sophomore year, I was looking into finding some kind of running camp. I to give you some backstory on me, I discovered running in 7th grade and immediately fell in love with it. It was my passion, what I live for, and the reason I'm speaking in the past tense is because I've been injured for like 2 years straight. Sucks, but hopefully one day I'll be back into it and I'll be saying like present tense that this is my passion now. But anyway, a passion, what I live for. I had dreams of becoming an Olympian, whatever. Or I wasn't very talented, but I focused on, okay, this is my goal, and if I don't get there, I'm still doing what I love, even if I'm not that good. I really enjoy doing it. So what happened was we needed to find some kind of place to go for a cross country camp. Get some good experience, good coaching, whatever. So I was looking around one day, ran into something on Facebook just out of the blue. I'm friends with someone who on Facebook who was almost an Olympian, missed it by like 100th of a second to get in for the trials. And I clicked on it, and it was like this running camp in Colorado, and I checked this website. I looked at the pictures, and I read this article about it, and it seemed like heaven on earth. Like, it's basically one giant party where you run, you learn about running, and you're in the mountains, and you're on this college campus, and it was so beautiful, so amazing. Like it seemed like so much fun, and I saw videos and pictures, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I was entranced by this place. Like I was like this, I was so drawn to it, and I told you this earlier, but I've never really wanted something more than I wanted that. So I really, really, really wanted to go, and I checked out the price to see what it costed, and it was like $2,500 for 20 days, and my family couldn't send me. Like, we got 3 kids, we all go to private school. Like, no, that can't happen. And I mean, like they helped with the plane ticket, and they were like, we'll pay half of this. And I was like, no, I want to do it myself. Like I want to accomplish this myself to be able to find a way to pay for it. So I decided I'm gonna make a way. I'm not gonna say what way that was, but I found a way to make enough money to end up going. And I told my 2 friends about it. Close friends. They were on the team at my school, and we all flew up together. And so
it wasn't selling drugs, though.
No, just to preface this, it wasn't selling drugs, but it's not something I can say until about like 6 months from now what it was. But anyway, so I worked so hard for this thing to get there, and like I had to improvise and do all these weird business stuff to figure it out. And I had to like go under loopholes, and it was crazy to get just that experience of getting the money. Was interesting. You witnessed it.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty funny.
I think I contributed once or twice.
Yes, you probably. I mean, especially with the checking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so working really hard to get there, and I was able to get there. I got accepted during track season to go because it's kind of in my eyes right there it was prestigious, but not really. I had to get 3 letters of recommendation to go. I got accepted. So, like, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning or something. No. Yeah. What was it? Yeah, it was, we stayed in the hotel overnight and then woke up in the morning. Me and my friend stayed in the hotel, and we met our other friend at the airport. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning, something like that. So we had to be up at like 4 or whatever. And took off on the plane, go through the flights. It was really cool flying with my friends. Like, we're just hanging out on a plane, doing our thing. No adults, no parents. We're just like kids going across the entire country on a mission to go to we called ourselves this I don't see this as racist. As the white Kenyans. We wanted to go there and become white Kenyans, even though one of the kids was like Hawaiian. But anyway, no, he's actually like South American, but we just call him Hawaiian. Anyway, so we're flying there. We get on the plane from Denver to Gunnison, Colorado, because we stay at 20 days at this college called Crested Butte, Colorado, and so we get on this plane. I still remember this vividly. Like, it was a long time ago, but I remember all the people that were on the plane around me. I was sitting next to a guy from Georgia. The kid in front of me was from Hong Kong. He was like a super student. He went to this international school. And we have AP classes. That's like a high course. They have something even higher than AP. It's the next level. It's called IB. And the girl across the aisle behind me was a year younger than me. She was a rising sophomore, but in her 9th grade year, she ran like an 18 flat for 5K, which is really good for a girl. Because I'm not saying like I'm not sexist or anything, but like girls are slower than guys when it comes to running, much slower on the shorter distances. So she was very fast. The guy in front of me was like in the low 16s, and we just talked. Oh yeah, she would run on like Stanford's campus. Sometimes she was from California. So we show up, we land in, and we had been flying over these amazing, beautiful, white, giant mountain peaks. Like all you could see was like mountains, and coming from a place where basically where we live is a strip of interstate from Diamond Head to. That's where we spend our existence. Is from our. I should probably edit out the school name, but from Diamond Head to school, it's basically just a cluster of pine trees, an interstate, and a beach. And I mean, the beach is pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. There's some cool spots about it, but it's pretty much a monoculture. So we land down, and I'm just in awe. Like we could barely breathe because it was air was so thin, and there's mountains all over the place. And then we get in the car, drive in. That was my first experience there. But it was for 20 days. We're staying at this place. Some of the fastest kids in the country. One of my friends there. The following year, he broke 15 in the 5K. There was a guy there. I'm sorry if you don't recognize any of these times, but for anybody out there who does, there's another guy there who had already done sub 15. A lot of low 15s guys. They're all pretty cool. We ran twice a day, and then in the middle there were like 3 about hour-long different seminars we had to go to every single day. It was motivation or like an ex-Olympian telling us how to get better, or like doctors, whatever, telling us how to avoid injury, or this one guy who was an admissions officer from Yale. Like everybody there was like really smart. This is an interesting experience because for some reason cross country is the highest, like the smartest average thing to have like the best GPA for some reason. I don't know why. This was like the most psychologically well-off group I've ever been in. Like we all talked about it. Like in high school, you have to try pretty hard to find the cool guys, not the cool kids, not the popular kids, but cool people to hang out with. Everyone there was that person. Everyone there was like a cool, interesting person to know. There was a guy from Dubai, a guy from Indonesia, 2 people from Hong Kong, Canada, all over the place. It was really cool. But anyway, it was a cool experience because like the food was amazing. So let me say about the food. This might be boring to you, but I mean this is cool. So you had 2 choices of a main course, or you had a brick oven pizza. They had like this brick oven pizza spot. You also had like vegan options if you wanted to do that. Then there was a sandwich bar / salad bar. There was a place where you could get oatmeal. There was a toaster where you could cook toast. During lunch, they had a guy flipping burgers every single day. We had burgers or pizza or 2 main courses. You had an ice cream dispenser, desserts, oatmeal, fruit, all the like different drinks, like the soda fountain, whatever. And we were just like kids hanging out in college. Like we were on a college campus. We were going to like our seminars and running, but like every single day we would hop in these giant vans. You have like 15 people in there. It would just be a party bus basically. You'd put on music and everybody would dance and like rock the van around. And we'd be driving through these beautiful scenic places. We're covered in mountains and beautiful scenery and stuff. There's this one cool town called Crested Butte. You probably heard me say that a lot, that word. But it's like this awesome small, it's almost like the Bay a little bit. It's like this small town, like a few thousand people, beautiful houses, and it's in this valley. Let me see if I can pull up some pictures of it. But Crested Butte is this really cool place, and 4th of July was a fun day because basically we just participate in this giant party that's the entire town. They have if you just like scroll through those, that's during the winter. We went in the summer, but like it's a small town. That's probably Mount Crested Butte, not the actual town. But anyway, it's beautiful. It's so hard to put this into words besides just saying beautiful and cool. It was really freaking awesome. But how do I say this? So on 4th of July, we all basically, a lot of us had like these red, white, and blue running shorts, and we got completely painted in red, white, and blue, like USA, on our chests and stuff, whatever. And we did a parade, and we like went through the town and did a parade, and at the end there was this giant water fight in the whole town. There was a firefighter there, like hosing people down with a fire hose.
Wow.
It didn't hurt as much as I thought it would. And then there was like a big bucket with water balloons, and everybody was throwing water on each other. And we're all like just running around, and then we had a day to walk around Crested Butte just with friends and stuff. And we went and ran at this one. I'll bring this one up too. We ran at this one trail called Lower Loop. It was absolutely beautiful. Never seen anything like it. There's one part of the trail where you're running along a river, and you come out on this turn, and there's like this beautiful mountain in the distance. Let me see if I can find any of it. Oh, there we go. I ran on this one right here.
Holy cow.
Yeah, incredible. And the whole time I was with these amazing, cool people, getting inspired and motivated to do what I loved even better. And it was all because I paid for it myself. And it was such a freeing experience that I chose to go there, and it's so gratifying. But anyway, we're running on this place, and we come back, go to this fireworks show, and there's like this hill. And we walk up on the side of the hill, and you can see the city down below. There's like a concert going on, and there's like lights and stuff. And it's just so amazing, so beautiful. And like you're with like all these people who are really cool, and then like fireworks show go off. Let's see, every single morning you would like walk to breakfast, and they would have what was it? Hot air balloons just like flying around the campus, and you would see them landing or taking off or whatever. It was awesome. I loved waking up in the morning, and you would walk to this place where we all hung out on the second floor of the dorms, and you'd look out the window, and there was just mountains in the distance and hot air balloons and freaking like your friends over there watching TV on the couch. So I don't know. I don't think I'm putting this into words very well, but let's see. Like there were a lot of cool places that we ran at. I remember one place, it was Upper Loop. There was Lower Loop and Upper Loop, and we were standing in this valley, and you can see rivers and mountains and all that jazz. Did I show you this video? Yeah, you've probably seen this video before. I don't know. It was so awesome. Crested Butte was such a cool place. I'm definitely going back there. And everybody there was really cool. Like I ran into this one guy. We're all hanging out. I wasn't running that day or something because I was hurt. I was nursing an injury, so I would run one day, take a day off. Run one day, take a day off. And on the day off, we went to this general store while everybody else was out doing their cool down. And some guy was like hanging out it was a general store and a restaurant, and he had his dog in the place because it's really chill there, and you can do what you want. And he had a dog there, and he was drinking this big glass of beer. And he looked so content. So he just struck up a conversation with us, and he was on like the U.S. bicycle team. And like he said, he had lived in like, what was it, Santiago? It's a city in
Chile. Yeah.
For a while on the ski team, working there, and he like pointed out to some mountain in the distance, and he's like, "Yeah, I live on that." I was like, "What?" And like all these people were really cool. Like this one time we were sitting in this restaurant, like the first day there, and the dude comes up and he's like, "Yo, man, how's it going?" And we're like, "Oh yeah, well, how's the pizzas?" They're right. All right, we'll have 2 pies. Like I don't know, he's so like chill, and everybody there was really cool. Let me see if I can bring up this video. Here we go. I think you've seen this before, but that's a panorama of Gothic Mountain or Gothic Road. We ran up this. That's in Crested Butte. Yeah, so I don't know. It was pretty cool.
It's just it's so crazy because, and you know I get, you know, when you see a mountain, you know, in person, especially from where we are, like the magnitude of being like you know, seeing that it's this like connection between postcard and actually reality, you know, like palpable reality, like that's right there. So I definitely like I have empathy for what you mean. Like it's just ridiculous. It's something that you can't really describe.
Oh yeah, and I don't know how to put this 20-day experience into words, but like you know, there are times where we were just like hanging out with friends who all have the same goals as you, and like we're all doing the same thing. You know, what was another interesting experience there? Oh yeah, the flight home. I guess since I can't really describe this and put it into words, I won't try to like the experience that I'm saying is nothing to what actually happened. It was mind blowing, amazing, wonderful, the best 20 days I could ever ask for. Except I was hurt then too. Oh yeah, one last thing. We had like every 7 days or 10 days or so, we'd have these. We'd drive out into this desert. You could drive one way and go into the mountains with rivers and beauty and stuff, or 15 minutes the other way and go into desert. And there was like this. Mr. Anderson talks about this sometimes. There was like this water basin, and you drive through this desert, and it's at night, and we go out in this secluded place that overlooks like this giant water thing and there's like the sunset. We always went at the sunset, and we have a fire, like sing songs and like dance around the fire, have s'mores, whatever. I don't know, something about being around a fire at night with friends is like it takes you back. Like this is where we're supposed to be. Like I always felt like that's the place I'm supposed to be at, right there. So anyway, on the flight back, I'll say his name is Bob. You know him. He sits behind me in one of the classes. He was always messing with me. His name isn't actually Bob. I'm just using it.
Which class?
8th period. Yeah. So we thing is, my dad was in charge of scheduling, and he scheduled it wrong. So we had to stay an extra day in Gunnison.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, how terrible. So we're hanging out at a hotel that whole time. Meanwhile, our money is draining. Just like, boo, like over 20 days, there's so much like, you know, little trinkets and stuff you can buy, whatever. So next day we hop on a car, it brings us to the airport, fly out. Our plane was delayed a little bit because of weather from the Gunnison Airport. The Gunnison Airport you can walk across in like 1 minute. It's so small. But anyway, we land in Denver. We miss our plane. We have to stay over the entire night. We missed the plane by a few minutes. Wow. So we had to stay that entire night. We didn't have much money. We were really tired and worn out from the other day at the hotel and 20 days of running twice a day, not getting much sleep, and being like go the whole time. So we have no money, not really much money. We go to this hotel. At one point, we were really hungry, and we were trying to find food, and we didn't have much money. So we ended up in this general store or something like that we walked out of from the hotel we were staying at. And Bob and I were looking at a bag of popcorn and wondering if we eat the popcorn, then drink water, will the popcorn expand in our stomach, or will it like go down in our stomach? So we were like no sleep. We woke up after 2 hours of sleep and like flew out of the Denver airport. I don't know. We had no food, starving, no money. No sleep.
Memorable to say the least.
Yeah, it was a challenging experience. I don't know. I don't feel like I gave like that was an insult to those experiences just to talk about them, because what it actually was so much cooler than that. But I guess we'll cut it off there.
Yeah. This is first of our couple experience podcasts, and we'll do some more just talking about stuff that that we've done. Go check out our blog, which is in the description. We have all of these in audio format, of course, there, and also we're gonna have some articles that we are writing, on the blog. And so go check the link in the description and go see some of the stuff there. Really, really taking off there and stuff like that. Also, of course, the free iTunes podcast channel. Go check that out. We'll have a link in the description of that. If that's an easier way for you to get through, definitely go for it. So check out all those media sources. We're trying to get our content as far out as we can and stuff. And so this will conclude season 1 of Lunch Talks with Matt and Brendan. We will be coming back on April 1st, 2016, with our new season. And so definitely, come back and check that out, and check out all the blogs and everything, like I said, and hope you enjoy.